We are bringing it back here for segment number 3, thanks to our development sponsor, Explore Edina, and stage support from Jerry's Foods. Big sounds, hometown flavor. This show's got it all. Let's keep the groove going. Here's Mick Sterling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mick Sterling Experience Radio Show. My name is Mick Sterling, and we are at the Grooves and Foods Festival, live in front of a beautiful audience, in beautiful Centennial Lakes Park in Edina. We are at the 3rd week of a 4-week outdoor summer concert series called Grooves and Foods that is being sponsored by the Edina Rotaries as our presenting sponsor, and Explore Edina and Key Cadillac, and Nellis and Asado, these wonderful companies. Western Edina Galleria also is a great sponsor, and all of these companies have come together to make 4 weeks of music a free experience for hundreds and hundreds of people. We have a perfect summer June night here. As I said in the last segment, the last couple of days were very, very hot. So I'm very glad that the weather has cooperated. And we are here with Ernest of so many things, of 3 Minute Hero, of California, of Go Jimmy Go in Hawaii. And now you're back here in the Twin Cities. And you have started a concept that is so powerful. The last, is it 7 years? 7, 8 years now?
Not even 6.
6 years?
Yeah.
Jay started a concept called Church of Cash, and there's a guy over there with a Church of Cash t-shirt on over there. And it's evolved even into more than that. So Jay, talk about the formation, the idea of what you wanted Church of Cash to be, and now the additional thing. But start with Church of Cash.
All right, so still living in Hawaii, and I was touring, but you only tour about 3-4 months a year. There's a lot of time on the island, and I thought I was going to play at an Irish bar. It's an Irish bar in downtown Honolulu, in Chinatown. So it's quite the cultural experience. But there was a little Irish bar that I would play 4 hours. It was the acoustic guy that just played in the corner. I wanted to basically get my skills up as a solo guy and work with the audience and kind of get more into that. Well, I played whatever I wanted: country music, Irish music, men at work, whatever I wanted to play.
Sure.
But every time I played Johnny Cash, people put down their beers and stared at me.
Yeah.
Either they thought I stunk or they thought I did a good job, but they said, "Hey, listen, you sound like Dan Aykroyd when you talk, but you sound like Johnny Cash when you sing." I said, "Well, that's quite the compliment."
Yes, that is.
So I thought, well, maybe I'll start a band, and I started a band. The Church of Cash started in 2009 in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, it started there.
It started there, and it was great because this is about the time a lot of the fellas are coming home from Afghanistan and Iraq, and a lot of them go through Hawaii to spend some R&R.
Sure.
And these guys were in the tanks, out on the deserts, listening to Johnny Cash, because this is when Johnny Cash was had a resurgence in the early 2000s, and I was still bleeding over until about this time. And these kids would come out and watch our shows. So we'd play shows and it'd be instantly packed with these young people coming back from the war. And it was just instantly famous. And it wasn't long after that, I was developing a relationship with my now wife, and it was time for me to move back to Minnesota. I was gone for 10 years. I needed to learn what I had to learn. Now, Mick, maybe you can agree with me, maybe not, but Minnesota, we're just such nice people here. And we're very accommodating to each other, but sometimes that can get tough when you're in a band.
Yes.
Because everybody's got their own ideas, very democratic.
Yes.
And sometimes your dreams get sacrificed because somebody else's wants. And I knew that's what was happening here, but I needed to go somewhere else to kind of beat that out of me. As much as we want to embrace our niceties, sometimes it's not the best thing you need to really kind of carry on a dream.
Yeah.
So I had to move away for about 10 years and kind of learn that, and I moved back to Minnesota here in 2010, and I got Church of Cash started. We played every Tuesday night, but we're at Whiskey Junction.
At the Whiskey Junction.
At the Whiskey Junction, we play 6 hours for $35, and we split 5 ways.
You had the pizza at the end of the gig?
That's right. And it was a good way to start, and it was a concept that, the tribute thing was starting to get kind of big at that point. I really loved Johnny Cash. My dad was a huge Johnny Cash fan, And I grew up listening to his music, so it was serendipitous that it all happened. It all kind of came together, that when I sang, I had a nice baritone voice.
Yes.
And I could really pull it off, and I got a great band. I kind of talked to some of the guys I played with back in the 90s. We got back together, and we just started hitting it hard, but just in town as much as I could. And then it grew from there. Here we are 15 years later.
And is it, you know, Johnny Cash is one of those people, it's like Dolly Parton. It's like, it's impossible not to like Johnny Cash. It's impossible not to like Dolly Parton or Roy Orbison. All those bedrock guys that created country music, real country music. They're the bedrock of rock and roll, they're the bedrock of everything. Sun Records, Grand Ole Opry, that's where everything comes from. And it's an interesting thing because you know people are going to like it. At the same time, you gotta nail it. You know, you can't say Johnny Cash and not really do it well. That's an insult to Johnny Cash.
Right.
And people are very personal with their love of Johnny Cash. You gotta have somebody that has a voice like yours that can really get in that zone. And you certainly do that. Is it easy for you to do that? Or is it just comes naturally?
This is absolutely the easiest thing for my voice to do. I can sing like this for at least 10 hours, 10 days in a row, nothing. It's just in my wheelhouse. It's my comfort zone. If I get past that Johnny Cash zone, you know, it's maybe a little bit high for me. I'm definitely a baritone bass.
Yes.
So the trick is just if you're a real singer, you know how to relax when you sing, and it's just relax and sing, and then it's as easy as talking.
You know, people come up to me and ask me, you know, how do you keep your voice? You know, isn't your voice tired at the end of the show? And the only explanation I can give them that seems to make sense is it would be like if you worked out every day, and you know you worked your legs out every day, you worked your arms out every day. You know, every day you can do this. You know, it's not difficult to do. But if you skip a few days, then if you do it once every 3 months, you can't do the same thing that you do every day, and that's, you and I are similar in that way.
In the end, your voice is a muscle.
It is a muscle.
You work it out, it's going to treat you well. You take a bunch of time out, you'll feel sore and might be a little weak, but you'll get there.
Yeah. I want to hear some more music from Jay. What do you guys think? Should we hear more music? Folks, on the Mixed Urban Experience radio show in front of a fantastic audience at Centennial Lakes Park in Edina. How about a nice round of applause for Jay Ernest, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. I'm going to do a Johnny Cash song, and this is when he covered a Tom Petty song, so it's me covering Johnny Cash.
Well, we've known each other for a long time.
Oh, won't back down. Oh, won't back down. You can send me up at the gates of hell. I'm gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. In a world that keeps on dragging me down, gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I'm gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Well, I know what's right. I got just one life in a world that keeps on dragging me down. I'm gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. Come on, sing with me, people. Hey, baby, that's right. There ain't no easy way out. Hey, I'm gonna stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I won't back down. I won't back down.
Jay Ernest, folks, on the Mixed Experience radio show. That baritone. Don't you wish you could do that?
I wish I could sing like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I know. I just for one day. Not all the time. I just want to sing like Luther Vandross. One day. I want to just one day. That would be unbelievable. Jay, you talked before about having to kind of, it's difficult to be in a band because it's democratic. But in church